Wow, have you felt the energy shift in the last few days? It feels like we have jumped so many timelines into a whole new era. And truly, I feel that this is the 2025 astrology and the 2025 energy really fully kicking in. It's the snake shedding its skin right now, right? So, we are also, as I record this, experiencing the parade of planets. So it's not so much a planetary alignment so much as the visibility in the sky. But on January 21st, today, we have 6 planets visible, and in a few days, on January 25th, we'll have 7 planets visible. All other 7 true planets, they don't really qualify Pluto as a planet anymore, aside from Earth, visible in the night sky. And this is really incredibly profound. It's a rare occurrence. And the most incredible thing about it is that this is lasting for weeks on end. So it makes it an extra rare occurrence. Now, why are these important? Because they bring through an energy of harmony. It's the literal harmony of the spheres it's a celestial symphony, if you will, where they are coming into alignment and conjunction with each other in the night sky, in a sense. So, it creates this gravitational and energetic pull also that really resonates on Earth. So all of the different planetary energies are going to be felt and experienced and amplified, Jupiter being one of them. So there's this beautiful energy of abundance and growth and expansion coming through. So we have Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus visible all at once at the same time. Now, of course, Uranus and Neptune will not be visible to the naked eye, but you can see them with a telescope and they'll all be visible at the same time, which is what this is about, right? And it would be, all of them will be visible in the hours after the sun goes down. So when night falls, up through about midnight or so, just so you are aware, you can go outside and look up into the sky yourself and maybe get a nap to figure out where in the sky. But the planets tend to be bright and you tend to be able to pick them out. Mars itself literally looks red, so it's easy to pick them out. Venus always looks super bright to me as well. So, this is about it being visible from the perspective of Earth, but energetically, we feel the pull, the energetic pull of the planets. This is what astrology is about when we have conjunctions and alignments, so on and so forth. So, I feel this is extra significant coming right off the heels of the US inauguration. We have a new president, we're in a new chapter, and whether you see this as a good thing or a bad thing is very much a matter of perspective. Many people are saying, woe is me, this is the worst thing that could happen to humanity. And I would like to invite people to consider that perspective is the lower timeline, rooted in fear and rooted in, I will just say it straight, rooted in illusion. Fear is illusion, right? And what is happening is the veil is thinning. So anything that is not in alignment with true harmony for humanity's true golden age. Now I'll get into that in a moment. I do not believe presidents usher in golden ages, but what is ushering in true golden age energy is the frequency of harmony. And as we'll see going through the year, as all the other outer planets aside from Pluto change their signs in the next coming months, you can check back my 2025 energy update video for a little bit more detail on that. But as we will see in the coming months, a lot is going to be revealed. This is the collective unveiling of the shadows and what has been inverted and what has created this perception of illusion in the world. And I did see, very interestingly, an astrologer post kind of this doomsday perspective on it. And no, I'm not trying to dig anybody's opinions and beliefs, but at the end of the day, I was like, well, I see this quite the opposite as, that perspective being the illusion itself, because we are being released from authoritarian control. And many people perceived it to be the opposite, that this is ushering in authoritarian control. But really, we've been in that energy already. So this is the revolutionary energy sweeping through Pluto in Aquarius on the higher timeline. For those who have the eyes to see and the frequency to operate in this perspective already, we're very much feeling that expansion energy, that freshness, that energy of renewal. I'm in a part of the United States where we had fresh snow yesterday, so it very much felt like this purification, this renewal energy. Yes, it was freezing, but it was beautiful at the same time. And I just felt, with the inauguration falling on MLK Day, and then Martin Luther King, and then that I have a dream energy coming through, and a lot of the wrongs that were put in place over the last several years, the inversions and the distortions, were made right in a way. We have seen already so much progress. And now I don't want to get into politics, but anything that is rooted in censorship and control is not in alignment with New Earth energy. Again, I do not believe that presidents will usher in, that the governmental system will usher in a New Earth reality, but I do believe that divesting ourselves from authoritarian control and overreach of the government is what will liberate us into the higher timelines to build this golden age. So it is a stepping stone that will also begin to reveal even more of the shadows of our corrupt governments. And I'm saying plural too, because this is not just the United States. So awakening is really about awakening to the light and the dark. And for me, politics was a huge part of my awakening. So I was already kind of rooted in spirituality and manifestation, but when 2020 came through, and I had already been through cancer, I saw the belly of the beast of the corruption in the medical system. I knew that there was a lot that was wrong there. I was already digging into, the vaccines and stuff like that. A lot of the distortions and inversions with all of that. And so when 2020 hit, I really, all of it was blasted open, and I started going into all of the rabbit holes. And so this to me is like, it's the black pill aspect. I'd already basically taken the red pill, but the black pill very much came through. And there's some really dark stuff that comes with that one. I've only been, exposed to more and more as I've dealt with a lot of this spiritual warfare as well. And then there's the gold pill. Take this as just pure analogy, right? But I think it's a helpful one, because without the gold pill, the black pill just pulls us down. And the gold pill brings us back up into the light. It helps us stay anchored in the light. And I do believe it is easier to grapple with all of the darkness when you're already rooted in divinity, because it is a lot of crazy stuff that a lot of people are going to experience a lot of cognitive dissonance with when it becomes truly fully revealed. The true corruption that has had its tentacles in every layer of governance and all of these systems. Oops, my extra little light just went out. I guess I need to charge it. Oh my goodness. So what else do I want to say about this celestial symphony? So yeah, we're basically setting the stage right now for a year that is brimming with transformations. So buckle up, it's just beginning. We already saw the TikTok ban, but then immediately it came back. But then there's also, question marks. What did they do in the meantime? What was that covering up? Who bought it? There's a lot of questions. What did they reset? I'm still, the jury's still out as far as I'm aware. I don't know personally. I don't really know. There's a lot of theories out there, and I'm trying not to attach too much to any of them. And there could have been multiple things going on simultaneously because we live in a multidimensional reality, of course. But, we are very much those of us who are on this wave, who feel this energy boost, this freshness, we are very much being set up for success and productivity. I have seen this message coming through about a breakthrough so much lately. But there's also this duality of the rest and renewal needed, necessary to be able to have the capacity to hold that sustained breakthrough energy. So you might be feeling yourself in the midst of that, wanting to take a step back and still be in hibernation mode. But remember, like, this is the time to get the foundation anchored into place. So it doesn't mean like do nothing, but it also means don't push it, don't force it, right? So that you have everything set up for when that breakthrough arrives. Hold that frequency, that miracle frequency, and then you'll be able to receive the miracles. So with Jupiter, that planet of expansion and fortune, it's really it's being amplified right now. So we really have this, like, it's like a cosmic invitation to shed all of the limitations and the lack and the old beliefs and patterns that will not be a match for the new identity that has this level of success, expansion, and abundance, right? So, get ready to take center stage could be something that resonates for you, and whatever that looks like, right? But there is this energy of making bold moves and dreaming big and taking action toward those big dreams. So again, find your particular balance point of the taking action versus resting and integrating. The integration is necessary before you go take that action, right? But it's like that fortune favors the bold energy, but we're also allowing the divine feminine receptivity to take the stage, to take center stage at the same time. So it's that balancing of the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within. And then we have kind of, again, that balance point of Jupiter and Saturn. Saturn anchors in that expansion with the systems and the structure. So use that Saturn energy that is also being amplified in the sky right now to create that foundation that will ensure essentially that success will be longer lasting, that it won't be just like a fleeting thing because you don't have the capacity to hold that and to sustain it, right? So it's a time to set your intentions, because this is a really beautiful and unique window for manifestation and grounding. And because this is going through the end of February and spring equinox will be coming just a few weeks after, which I truly personally feel is the new year. I think the next couple months for a lot of us will be a beautiful, incredible opportunity to really get that foundation anchored in. We haven't fully entered the year of the snake yet, but it's coming quite shortly. So we've got a lot of this like ramping up of the new year energy coming soon. So, this is very much a cosmic catalyst for change and transformation and breakthroughs. So allow the energy to work with you and through you, and get anchored in what you feel is your truth and your path, and get honest with yourself. This is a very powerful time for that shadow work. The snake energy is the Kundalini awakening, and for that to occur, and it's a 9-year spiritual completion, have you really done the integration work? Have you really faced the limitations and the shadows within? So, without any judgment, is there still residue there? Or are you at your next level where you need to do a little bit more work to be able to receive the next level, right? So it's not a one-shot deal, but this is a powerful year for those who have been doing the work and who understand the bigger picture that is at play here. This is a stepping stone for all of humanity, and this is actually propelling us forward in a very positive direction. We are being placed on a positive trajectory. Those who are here to anchor in New Earth, Heaven on Earth, we know what lies ahead. And we also know that we are the ones who are here to build it. So if you're still kind of newer on the journey, or you feel like you have gaps that you would like to be filled, I do highly recommend my book, Let There Be Light, Liberating the Heart of Humanity to Create Heaven on Earth. It really anchors in the journey that we're on collectively, and it does have 5-star reviews across the board so far. I'm very, very grateful for those reviews so far. And you know, I wrote it for this time. It's a channeled book, but also I did a lot of heavy editing and research to bring it together. And I've, just really felt over the last few months, I published it on 11/11, that I'm like, thank goodness it's out there, because it explains so much, including in chapter 13, the collective shadows. It is about the light, but in order to anchor in the light, we've got to look at both the light and the dark. You're not truly awakened if you're only looking at the light side of things. Many people have been, for lack of a better word, bypassing the shadows, the collective shadows, the personal shadows. And this, I feel, is not going to be avoidable for much longer. And then I am also completing my brand new course, Awakening Fundamentals. It's basically to get you really anchored in the bigger picture overview, and to then begin implementing basic fundamental tools to make sure you have that foundation in place. Because I feel a lot of people, when they awaken, they basically jump to step 6 without really dealing with 1 through 5. Or, maybe they jump to step 3 or 4, but we've got to have that foundation in place. And it really helps to have a grounded, anchored understanding of the appropriate terminology and the difference between awakening and ascension and things like this, and also recognizing what is false light and what is the matrix. So these are all things that I address. There are 15 informational transmissions, wisdom transmissions, just bite-sized chunks. Like, imagine it like mini podcast episodes, just to anchor you into the bigger picture. And then part 2 includes meditations and simple tools and practices and some journaling prompts to really give you that baseline foundation, so that no matter where you are on your journey, you are anchored in like basic energetic cleansing and protection. So important. So, without these tools, people often falter, and they can fall into even as much, as deep as a spiritual psychosis, and we don't want that happening. So if that resonates, I highly encourage you to look at the description below. All the links will be there. And then, of course, if you're ready to truly dive in and walk the path of mastery, which is really what this journey is about, stepping into wholeness and mastery, that is very much rooted in devotion, and you're really taking yourself seriously, taking this path seriously from a space of commitment to self and self-love. So everything I have created is included in that. Many, many activations. There are 12 modules walking you through the hero's journey, essentially. And it's very much this rebirth into radiance journey. And there's always more coming. So if any of that resonates, I am here. And if you want a one-off intuitive soul guidance session, I do occasionally offer that. So if you are curious about any of that, I will have all those links below. I so appreciate the likes, subscribes, comments as well. I've been saying this for a while, but I am relaunching and rebranding my podcast and getting really organized with the content. I've obviously been creating a lot on the back end between my book and my course, but I have a lot more coming. So thank you for your patience. And if you're new, welcome. And I would so love to hear how you're feeling in these energies lately, and, what you're excited for in 2025, because I feel very excited and optimistic myself. So onward and upward in love and light, and I will see you soon.